All right, let's dive right in. Today we're digging into a really dark fable, a psychological journey deep into the self, the shadow, and a terrifying hunt that happens entirely inside the mind. You know, this isn't your classic story of heroes and monsters. It's really about confronting what's already inside of you.
So, to set the stage, let's start with a question. What if every little lie, every convenient truth you've built your life around was just stripped away? What if you were left to have one final, truly honest conversation with the absolute nothingness that's underneath it all? Yeah, that's the chilling idea we're exploring.
Okay, so our story begins, but not in some spooky forest or a drafty castle. No, we're going down into what the source calls the velvet gloom of the psyche's basement. It's a landscape of the mind, and a summons is ringing out, calling our wanderer.
So, try to picture this desolate theater of the mind. The sky is bleeding a crimson red, and dominating everything is the ebony clock tower. It's basically a monument to the word no, a spirit of pure negation. We're in the uncanny valley, caught in a deep winter storm, and all around are these stone trees. Now, these aren't just rocks. They're the jagged, frozen forms of repressed traumas, the silent, stony victims of a hunt that's happened before. And into this internal nightmare, someone arrives. But listen, it's not an intruder, and it's not really a villain. It's something way more terrifying, the unavoidable, absolutely necessary arrival of truth itself.
And here he is, the Red Spectre. The source is super specific about who or, what he is. He's the formidable superego, that judging, rule-enforcing part of your own psyche. He's the high judge of the void, the architect of dismantlement. And this is crucial. He's not some monster you're supposed to slay. He is the guest of honor, invited to the soul's one and only truly honest dance. His entire purpose is to shatter every single one of your illusions.
You see, the Spectre isn't wearing a mask to hide his identity. His entire being is the mask. It's a mirror, and it reflects the crushing, absolute no that the self has spent its whole life desperately trying to ignore. So to look at him is to confront every single truth you've pushed down, every convenient lie you've ever told yourself. It's the beginning of a really painful revelation. And with the arrival of this, let's call him the honest guest. The main event kicks off, a terrifying hunt. But they're not hunting a creature. They're hunting the very idea of the self.
This is the Wild Hunt. Now, in old myths, it's this ghostly procession of hunters in the sky. But here, it's a psychological weapon. It's a kind of divine judgment led by the Spectre, with his watchful ravens and his ghostly army of restless spirits. And what exactly are they hunting? The self, your ego, your individuality. It's all seen as a static disturbance, a glitch in the matrix that has to be erased to bring back the perfect, quiet unity of the dark.
And the hunt begins, not with weapons, but with words, with a logic that just completely dismantles you. The first judgment? Your sense of self. It isn't even real. It's an ontological error, a mistake in the fabric of being. And the tension it creates can only be resolved with a terminal shudder, a final curtain call.
The assault just keeps coming. All your ambitions, your personality, your sense of identity, the Spectre just scoffs at it. To him, it's nothing more than froth on the tide, totally insignificant, totally temporary, and about to be swallowed by the huge, primordial ocean of non-being.
And finally, he comes for the most basic thing of all, the will to live. That powerful, desperate drive we all have to just survive? It gets reframed as a simple chemical scream, a meaningless glitch, a static disturbance that the universe is just patiently waiting to silence for good.
So, after this complete psychological teardown, the Spectre finally makes his offer, because this isn't just about destruction, it's about a solution. A philosophy the source material calls the logic of zero. And this really gets to the heart of the choice. On one side, you have the Spectre's logic of zero. It's offering the profound peace of non-being, a final homecoming to a state of zero tension. No more struggle, no more pain, just quiet. But on the other side, you have the wanderer's will, the fire of becoming. And this is not the easy path. It's a crescendo of radical responsibility, a defiant yes to all the pain of existence. It's a light that has to generate its own source in the face of total darkness. So, as the ebony clock strikes that mythical 13th hour, the moment of truth arrives. The wanderer is cornered, he's broken, he's been stripped of every illusion. And now he has to make a sovereign choice. And right here,
This is the turning point. First, he flat out rejects surrender. Instead of letting go, he grips the hourglass, the symbol of his limited time, as if it were a bolt of lightning. Second, he utters one single powerful word, yes. It's a total radical acceptance of his own agonizing existence. And third, in that instant of pure choice, the destructive fire of dismantlement that the hunt was using against him is transformed. It becomes the fire of becoming, a force of pure creation.
And just like that, the terrifying wild hunt grinds to a halt. The Spectre's logic of zero gets shattered by a brand new principle, the logic of one. This single, defiant choice proves a new kind of truth, that nothing truly dies where one chooses to grow. The Wanderer isn't destroyed, he's transfigured, ready to forge a new path out of the ashes.
So, we end by turning this fable right back around to you. Look, we all have our own internal clock towers, right? Our own specters of doubt and negation. So when that internal hunt inevitably comes for you, what are you going to choose? The seductive, quiet peace of zero? Or the difficult, generative fire of one?